Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the revival of the WoTLabs YouTube channel. I am your host Neverwish, and today we're looking at a replay submitted by Dodge 94 Hunt from the EU server. Here we are in Lakeville with Dodge in his Object 140, one of the tier 10 Russian medium tanks, with some very nice start positioning, going to the middle road, letting the T-54 lightweight take the front so that he may spot anyone trying to come up the middle road before they have a chance to spot Dodge. First victim, SP1C, rushing. Very nice snapshot, right through the middle of two buildings. And now the T-54 lightweight is really working his magic, spotting a lot of guys coming over. Tracks the KV-4, leaves him completely vulnerable. And look at how many guys were spotted there. Now he makes a little bit of a mistake here. He fires at the T-34. Even though right behind him is an FV-25B, a much more valuable target. KV-4 gets retracked and he manages to take the kill. Again, same mistake here. Instead of going for the slightly harder shot on the FV, he decides to go for the T-34, thus allowing the FV to get to the city pretty much completely unharmed. Now at this point, Dodge realizes that he has no more targets left to shoot at, so he decides to do the smart thing and he goes for repositioning. At this point, he notices the Object 907 that just got spotted there. He takes a little bit of a risky shot here. The Object 907 could have been able to spot him, luckily he did not. Now at this point, I think that this was a very bad mistake. He wastes two heat shells blind firing the Object 907 and he probably didn't hit any of them.
It's a trap!
He gets spotted here and there is a Yagzilla. He somehow manages to please the RNG gods enough so that they will allow him to take that shot and manage to hit the Yagzilla. Puts a little bit of distance between him and the Yag E100 and gets him out of his draw range. Now here the Yagzilla lumbers on top of the hill. First shot misses. Second shot goes nowhere near. Apparently the RNG gods have stopped smiling upon Dodge and will no longer allow him to take those beautiful shots.
It's a trap!
Now he gets spotted again, and oh, he almost got shot by the FV. The same FV that he let get in the city with almost full health. So now he's gonna hang a little bit here, just until he knows that he is no longer spotted by the enemy, and he starts making his way back into the city again. All of a sudden, there is his old buddies. They kill the Waffle. He goes for the T-34. Manages to bounce a shot from the T-34. Goes right back in. Finishes him off. The FV pushes on him. He tracks the FV, forcing him to use his repair kit. Takes a shot in return. And with the help of his platoon mate, the Bad Chat, and the T-30, he managed to take down the FV. Now at that point, having some early shots in that FV really could have helped him. That FV could have been dead much sooner. Maybe the Waffle would have still been alive. Who knows? Now looking at the minimap, you're going to see that the enemy team is fully concentrated in a little blob that is completely artillery safe. Just about finished with the last remaining mouse. Him and his other mouse buddy performed a fairly poorly thought out and even more poorly executed valley push. And there he goes. And there's the MX 5100. He starts to engage him. He knows how much that clip can hurt, so look at what he does here. He hides between reloads to try to negate the effect of that very dangerous clip. And the Yag Panther just blindly rushes in, allowing Dodge to get right behind him and completely deny him of any usefulness whatsoever. That was a beautiful, beautiful way to deal with that Yag Panther. Completely making a very dangerous assault TD absolutely useless. Now there's that T-124 in the middle road. Look at that, his side armor is completely exposed. He is getting completely hammered here. He is dead, but they lose their T-44 in the process. Well, a T-44 for E4 is a pretty good trade. There's the MX-30. An IS-4 and a Yagzilla. IS-4 is just completely exposed. Even though he has that really, really trollish side armor, it's not gonna do him a lot of good here. And at this point, he pretty much throws his tank away. He decides to blindly rush the Yag Panther 2 in the middle road, just trying to get rid of him. And it can be said that at this point, the IS-4 just threw the game. Managed to set him on fire. And finishes him off. And there's that one of the Yagzilla 100s. Takes a blind shot. Doesn't know if it hit. The batch is starting to move forward a little bit. Trying to get some nice spots there. Now all the enemy team is just concentrated on their base, and they are completely artillery safe there. So the M5355 is just about useless here. The MX-30 does not appear to come out and play, Stays hidden behind the buildings. The Batchat is going back and forth, trying to get a spot. Oh, and there we go, he managed to spot both the Yagzillas. First shot bounces, very unfortunate. They cannot see what's going on. Second shot bounces. The Yagzillas have no idea what's going on since their view ranges right now is so poor after the nerf. So they're just trying to fire blind at what's shooting them. Now at this point, the Batchat decides to go back because the enemy artillery has just been spotted on their base. You can see up there in the minimap. Gets a nice side shot on the Yagzilla, leaves him in very, very low health. The Batchat already just spotted again, and oh, the T-30 just got completely destroyed by what appears to be an HE shot from one of the Yagzillas, taking out all of his hit points in one single shot. Now he loads HE here, which is a little bit weird because HE from an Object 140 is probably not gonna manage to kill a Yagzilla with 76 hit points from the front. Batchat already kills the friendly artillery just before the Batchat gets there. But in the end, the Batchat G-Master Dodge's platoon mate manages to kill the enemy artillery. Dodge was a little bit worried there, so he went back a little bit, but since that threat has been dealt with, time to go back and see what they can find here. Now this is a very, very, very tricky situation. There are two tank destroyers with very, very high alpha and a medium tank against two medium tanks. They will definitely have to rely on vision here because trading shots is not an option. And there's the Yagzilla again. Gets one shot. Two shots in, leaves him on very low health. The third shot just sails over him, and now he does not have enough shells left to keep blind shooting the Yagzilla. The MX-30 finally comes out to play, moves up attempting to find the two medium tanks in order for the Exilus to take them out. Now the Bat Chat is going all the way around, probably preparing for a flank attack. Both he and the Bat Chat are one-shottable for the Exilus, so it's a very, very tricky situation indeed. Bat Chat starts making his way through the middle road, probably trying to get a flank shot. Or maybe even distract the Exilus just enough so that Dodge can get some shots at their sides. But so far, nothing has happened. The MX-30 is clearly not willing to push any further forward. So that leaves Dodge and G-Master with the initiative. And there's the MX-30. He finally gets caught in the open and killed. Now that was, I believe, Dodge's 7th kill, so he already has his Top Gun. And now he's working on his Redley Walters. Now G-Master in the Bat Chat decides to instead go for a valley flank. The two Mouses tried that route before, but were quickly shown the folly of their ways when they found an overpowering mass of enemy teams and died pretty much, not doing anything useful. See, kids, that's why you don't go to the valley. Tries to use the bush here to spot enemy tanks, but so far, nothing. No Exils have popped up. Meanwhile, the Bat Chat has just managed to start his journey across the valley. Decides to go back, doesn't want to risk getting shot at. Finally comes into his draw range. The Bat Chat finds one of the Exilus. Oh, but the Exila was waiting for him. He was ready with his shot and takes out the Bat Chat, leaving Dodge alone against two very high alpha tanks. Uses the KV-4, that poor buddy of his, to try to spot something, fails, and there's the Exila. He has his last heat shell loaded. That was a very poor shot, and oh, what a lucky bounce. What a lucky bounce. That could have been game over right there. That was extremely lucky. He catches
It's a trap.
the cupola of the Exila, manages to punch a shot in there. Goes for the other one. Gets the kill. What a beautiful, beautiful shot. He is now running very, very low on ammo. He has 1 APCR and 1 HE. He loads his HE shell to make sure that the Exila is gonna go straight to the garage. And finishes off the game. Dodge finishes the game with 9 kills and just over 10,000 damage. He takes home the Redley Walters Top Gun High Caliber and Crucial Contribution medals. Dodge shows some great skills in deciding when to aggro and when to stay passive. He could have managed his hit points a little bit better and avoided taking some of the damage, but great hand-to-eye coordination means that he was able to pull off some great shots that many players would not be able to line up under pressure. I hope you guys enjoyed the very first video in the revival of the WoTLabs YouTube channel. I'll see you guys next time.